Please join me in Gassho and recite the name Tutsu with me. Buddha Dharma comes alive with the spirit of Gassho by the words of kindness and gratitude beyond the human thinking and arguing. When we recite the names, Buddha's voice resounds from deep within. It says, as long as space abides, and as long as the world abides, so long may my voice resound, destroying the sufferings of the world. Nam 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 nam. 願に宿毒平等性一切同発菩提心往生安楽国 Any merit here gained, we wish to be directing equally to all beings. May all sentient beings awaken the aspiration for enlightenment, for emerging the individual Buddha nature in the state of perfect peace and utmost bliss. Please repeat after me. Namo Amidabha. Namo Amidabha. Namo Amidabha. Kindness and gratitude beyond the human words that coming alive here and now. Namo. Everyone please rise, leading the three treasures. Tisa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhasam Buddhaṃ śaraṇaṃ gacchāmi Dhammāṃ śaraṇaṃ gacchāmi Saṅghāṃ śaraṇaṃ gacchāmi Fortunate is it to be born into human life, now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha, now we hear it. If we don't seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal friendship, free from our selfish behavior by taking responsibility. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amidabha. Namo Amidabha. Namo Amidabha. Namo Amidabha. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, good morning, everyone. We enter into the month of February. And February is a memorial month of Shakyamuni Buddha, our founder, who lived 2,700 years ago. So, we, the practitioners of the Dharma, Jodo Shinshu Buddhist, should remind the Buddha's last words. I put one beautiful picture from maybe the 13th century of Japan. This is a scene of the Buddha's Nirvana, when Buddha is dying. He's not sleeping though. He's dying with smiling. Then I And I showed the following the final words of the Buddha that is cherished by all Buddhist tradition of the world. After I'm gone, the Dharma will be your guide. First, be true and real to yourself. Those who practice the Dharma and live in the Dharma are always by me, close to me. But even though one is beside me, if he or she does not practice the Dharma, he or she is not near me. All things and all lives are constantly changing, passing from one state to another. All are subject to this universal law of change. I am no exception. My final day is here. Since all things change, it does not make any difference if my physical body passed away. This body is not the Buddha. The true reality is the Buddha itself. This is the important point. Do not concern yourselves with my passing away, but concern yourselves with your own true reality. That is called the Dharma. Dear Ananda, my friend, be with your life as your island, seeking no external refuge. Be with the Dharma as your island, seeking no other refuge. This is very famous. The last word, be with your life as your island, and be with the Dharma as your island. This word is often quoted. Then one thing that I explained, that's why this island. Some said it's a be with your life as your light. Because the same word, the light and the island, same words, originally it's the deeper. But this is the scene of the northern India. Around the Buddha lived 2,700 years ago. It's a time of the flood. During the rainy season, the entire plain turned to this flood area. Then some place, it's just an island. I think this is an ancient expression. Depend upon something stable. Depend upon island during the flood season. You should to know where is the highland. Then always you keep in mind where is the highland. If flood comes, you evacuate that. That's an ancient expression. Be with your life as your island. Be with the Dharma as your island. That is his words. I think this word came from almost 2,700 years ago, exactly. They carried on these words word to mouth. Anyway, that's just what I want to explain. That's why he said island. The first and the most important things for us Buddhists is to be grateful and respectful to this wonderful teacher who was born human, lived as a human, and died as a human, just like us. Shakyamuni Buddha passed away on February 15th. This day is called Parinibbana. Parinibbana means the complete blowing away of the flames of personal desire. The simply complete blowing away of the flames. The Buddha's death 2,700 years ago is recorded in printing called The Moment of Nirvana, this picture, The Moment of Nirvana. And this picture from Japan, I said, it's from 13th century. This is a modern day, nowadays it's a national treasure of Japan, located in Daigoji Buddhist Temple in Kyoto. This picture originally very big, about 8 feet square. Then every, on the February, Daigoji Temple hangs this huge scroll from here and show the people. Shakyamuni Buddha accepted his death peacefully that day as one human being because all his deed is non-fiction. His teachings of impermanence never suffered the doctrinal suicide. In the Buddhist tradition, all events are truly real. His last moments were later picturized under this sorrow tree in the Kushinagara forest, surrounded by many sorrowful disciples, friends, and heavenly beings and animals. The trees and the grasses express their sadness by changing their color from green to silver. The river and the land also expressed their grief by raising the wave's head, and raising the dust as if the earth were quaking, shaking. I said, every deed is real in Buddhist history. Of course, these are not what happened at the moment of his death in real time. But in Buddhist tradition, any item, thing, or phenomenon deserves our attention as a teaching material. Buddha's death itself, when we sincerely look into it, propagates his messages. Life itself is not the creation of anyone. All phenomena and beings occurs in interdependence. Nothing can exist in this universe on its own. Even the universe, the moment of the beginning, was the result of the interdependence of the multiple conditions. The history of life also began at the time interdependently. Buddha teaches. I was shocked the first time I heard this word. Life is born in minerals. Life is born in minerals. Life grows in plants. Life moves in animals. Life thinks in humans. And life reaches perfection in Buddhahood. Life is born in minerals. Life grows in plants. Life moves in animals. Life thinks in humans, and life reaches perfection in Buddhahood. We are reminded of Albert Einstein's comments as follows. As you know, Dr. Albert Einstein was also famous as a devoutly religious person. Also, this is a very famous word. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. What is the meaning of life? Or the meaning of the life of human beings as well as any living beings? To know the answer to this question means to be religious. The religion of the future will be cosmic religion. It should transcend the personal God and avoid dogma and theology, covering both the natural and the spiritual. It should be based on the religious sense arising from the experience of all things natural and spiritual as a meaningful unity. Buddhism answers this description. If there is any religion that could cope with modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism. Yes, Dr. Einstein, Shakyamuni Buddha has already completed the unified field theory. Yes, he completed that aim. He did that 2,700 years ago. Moreover, and more practically, how to live with it too. That is Buddhism. The pictured dying moment of Buddha, as written and drawn, teach us that all matter in this universe has essentially the same nature. And surprisingly, It even conveyed the message that all matter has the potential to manifest its own Buddha nature, because that is a part of this universe. When looking at the picture of the moment of Nirvana, particularly, we curiously recognize there are many mourning animals in this picture. Because of it, can I show the better of this picture? You cannot. Under this human side, there are so many animals as drawn. Animals and some of the insects, some reptiles, all over animals in this forest come around to the Buddha. And still mourning with the people. Because Buddha's followers remember that the Buddha treated the lives of human and non-human animals with equal respect. We also know that Buddha always required the followers to treat animals kindly. Since then, Buddha Dharma practice try to do no harm or as little harm as possible to animals. Buddhists try to show loving kindness to all beings, including animals. Because it is the first stage of our Dharma practices. Buddhists see human and non-human animals are closely related. Both have a Buddha nature. Both have a potentiality of becoming perfect enlightened. That's why we remind the world Namu Amida Butsu. That is, Japanese people read Chinese character like this. But traditionally, not traditionally, originally it was Indian language. Described Namo Amitabha. Buddha's intonation and the phonogram of this world in ancient time is Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Shakyamuni Buddha recited in his pronunciation, Namo Amitabha, meaning the masterful wisdom and kindness emerged from the primordial Buddha nature is immeasurable. We join in such a natural voice of Shakyamuni Buddha and recite as a response in the amendments. I gratefully entrust myself in the masterful wisdom and the kindness of the Buddha. Namo Amitabha. Please join me in that show and please listen carefully. From Mahayana Sutra Lanka, written by Bodhisattva Sangha. Anyone who ever been born in human form attained Buddhahood without exception. Moreover, could attain Buddhahood moment by moment without interruption. And the immeasurable people would attain Buddhahood unquestionably. You should never arouse the heart flinching from difficulties. Please repeat after me. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo